Well, lawmakers are trying it again. Right now in Florida, a police officer cannot pull you over for texting, but a proposed bill at the state level would change that. A representative from the First Coast is co-sponsoring that bill. And tonight, First Coast News' Justin Clark spoke with her and with law enforcement about why it could, though, be very tricky to enforce.
The sound of driving should not mix with the sound of texting. That's why State Representative Cindy Stevenson is co-sponsoring a bill about it in the Florida legislature.
I hope this bill will save lives.
The bill would enable law enforcement in Florida to pull someone over if that person is seen texting and driving.
It is the law in 14 states, and we've tried a number of times to pass it in Florida.
Law enforcement officers tell First Coast News it's a good idea, but it could be tricky to enforce.
We have to be able to visually view the phone in your hand and determine that you are in fact texting.
Police could not pull you over for typing in an address on Google Maps or a phone number or even web surfing.
So we have to ensure that what you're doing is texting and driving, which sometimes becomes problematic with tinted windows and the fact that we're not always right beside you.
Standing at a busy St. Augustine intersection, we saw drivers on phones, but we could not tell if they were texting. But law enforcement says any help, such as with this bill, is a turn in the right direction.
But I think any enhancement we can make in a statute that makes it safer all around is a positive for Florida.
Stevenson points to the law that requires seatbelts.
It's finally when it's the law. When it became the law, people just started to do it.
She says if people know there is a law in which they can be pulled over for texting and driving, they will eventually just stop texting behind the wheel.
I think it'll certainly help.
In St. Augustine, Jessica Clark, First Coast News, on your side.